how to perform the high heels.
How long have you been watching our YouTube channel?
For about the last year now.
Amazing.
So, quite a while. So you guys mean a lot.
And you guys don't waste time and watch the run experience. They rock. Oh, before I have no idea, you don't really know help, and then I saw your site. Oh my God, the first time I'm in love with it. I've been watching it.
I mean, I was not running. I just started like 4 years ago, and I've been using this run experience application that is really helpful, and I love it. I recommend it. The whole program, I loved it. The things that I didn't know, it was how to practice the drills and also the warm-ups and the after running, and also breathing, and also the other options that you have to avoid injuries. Yeah. That is great. And the nutrition program is amazing as well. I've been following up that. Nutrition is good. Yeah. Yeah, and also to perform the high heels.
How long have you been watching our YouTube channel?
For about the last year now.
Amazing.
So, quite a while. So you guys mean a lot.
And you guys don't waste time and watch the run experience. They rock. Oh, before I have no idea, you don't really know help, and then I saw your site. Oh my God, the first time I'm in love with it. I've been watching it.
I mean, I was not running. I just started like 4 years ago.
All right, welcome guys. I did it. I'm only 10 minutes late, which is actually quite a, I have a headphone thing on my head. This is actually quite an impressive feat because I'm doing this without Nate. But I got all set up. We're all ready to go, and we have Elizabeth Inpyn, who is going to be joining us in just a moment. We're going to be starting out talking mostly about health stuff because obviously we have Elizabeth, and whenever we have even 30 or 40 minutes with her, it's always just a great opportunity to ask all those questions that you have percolating around your head. First of all, I want to say hi to everybody who's, I can see people signing already, fantastic. Let me just get my little setup here so I can see all of the comments. David Friswell, good day. I'm assuming that you're signing in from Australia if you're going to say good day. Shauna Scott, John Duffy. Who else we have on here? D Beach. Am I the only one that hears a huge echo? Okay, if you hear an echo, let me... Hold on. Why would they be hearing an echo? Alright, give me a second, I will figure out the echo. Another hard thing to do when Nate is not... Oh, I hear you saying. Okay, gotcha. How's that? No echo, right? Check it out. I fixed it right quick. Let's just take that completely out of here. Okay, cool. So that should fix the echo. Guys, thank you for signing in. Let me get my dashboard up here again so I can see all you lovely people. There it is. And I'm going to call Elizabeth. Actually, I have Elizabeth on the line, but she's standing by. Elizabeth, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay. Okay, Koozbuster says it's better. Joy McMullen says thumbs up. Kyle Niebuhr says yay. Great. I'm glad. Guys, this is difficult to do when you don't have a tech person, which is usually me. And then I can rely on Nate to chum it up with you guys. I didn't even have time to make my patented smoothie. I had to go with water. I will say, I've been getting a lot of miles in because you can't see her, but Nora is right here, our famous mascot. She's been with me all week, and that means that roughly around 6 a.m. every morning, she comes to wake me up and wants to go running. And so I have foregone all of my other fitness pursuits. Usually I'm doing yoga and mobility and weightlifting and stuff, and just gone running for the last, I don't know, 8-10 days. And it's been a while since I've run that many days without a break. It's been great. I love it. Running without an agenda is the best thing ever. Hi, George from Portugal. To the bone. I've been following you for some time, but finally catching you live. Fantastic. I've been wanting to go to Portugal for some time, and I have not made it there yet. Let's catch up with Elizabeth, and then we can dig deep into healthy habits. I have so much stuff to start
asking her questions about personally. So David Swigette, what's up, Craig? Yeah, I know, Shauna, no smoothie. It is rough. Believe me, you just are missing out on me watching me drink it. I'm actually missing the breakfast that I usually, it is 12 o'clock and I haven't had anything, so that's how the day's been. Let me get Elizabeth on here. All right, Elizabeth, you ready to go on?
I am.
All right. There we go, we're live.
We're live.
Fantastic.
Hi, TRE people.
All right, we can, you know what? I'm not sure if that audio is better with your headphones or without them.
You want me to try with off or up?
Yeah, take them off for a second. Heather says, hey from Denver. Annette says, hey, Annette, hi, I'm Annette from Brazil. Annette, there's some crazy things going on in your country. I am very familiar with Brazil and spent about a year of my life there, so I pay attention to the politics there, which is, they're having almost as much news as we are. So Elizabeth, on to things about running. If everybody can hear you, we have so many, like, you know, for me, I am always toiling around with my nutrition. I just got this in the mail.
Ooh, I love burrito mine. Ooh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, so I mentioned this last time. I'm gonna open these up while I'm on the show. I am not a big fan of beef jerky and all the variants. Very rarely do I, like, when somebody offers it, do I try it. But somebody offered this to me on a camping trip. And these are kind of more like, they're kind of like more like little pepperonis. And so I've been trying out the different flavors.
So give me the scoop. Read the ingredient list to me, will ya?
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, first of all, they had a thing on here that said, if you can't spell it, these are really good actually, don't put it in, or you can't say it. So the ingredients are pork, spices, chopped cilantro, sea salt, dried garlic, natural flavor, I don't know what that is, mustard, lime juice, vinegar, cane sugar, and spice extracts.
Okay, I like all that. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked at the YouTube video, because I look at everybody's YouTube channel. I looked at their YouTube videos about how they make the things, and like they are very pro on the, like, this is the way we make our food, so on and so forth. This is high quality stuff. I really like it. Again, Dukes, they have all kinds of flavors. I'm trying them out one by one. And this is their,
We should give them a shout out.
yeah. Dukes, what do they call them? Shorty sausages? Yeah. Smoked shorty sausages. And I've tried the original, I've tried the andouille, and I've tried now the chorizo. Have not been disappointed yet.
I
So-
realize I'm gonna go like Amazon Prime this as we're speaking, like try to get.
That is exactly what I did. In fact, I have two more bags of these on the way of the other flavors to see what I like. So, yeah. And one of the reasons that I've been doing this is that I've been looking for snacks that don't have sugar in them.
Oh, hard to do.
It is so difficult to do. I was coming back from just a long day of work, and I had a bunch of meetings, and I was like, oftentimes, if I'm feeling like really like run down by the end of the day, I will stop and get like a snack of something, like a treat for myself. I realized I do not have a mental list of places that can serve something that I'm excited about that does not contain sugar. And that is a real problem. So I ended up going and getting cheese and bread from the grocery store and making myself a grilled cheese sandwich, which was good, but, like, you know, it wasn't quite the same.
But better than some options you've chosen. So
Totally. I mean, yeah.
For that.
Some people are going on like low fat, low carb things that for me, it's just sugar right now. And I tend to, as a healthy habit, I let myself have whatever I want from a fat perspective while I'm in the transition phase of getting rid of my sugar cravings. So yeah, that's my healthy habit for the day. Those are really good. So I know we're gonna have some questions coming in. Edward Wickham says it's a pretty thin looking smoothie. I know, this is really, it's a sad day. I was with Elizabeth for the 10 minutes before trying to get all this tech stuff done. I'm like, I haven't made my smoothie yet. And it was going to delay another 5-10 minutes for me to do it. So
here's the tip. For busy days, we can make the smoothie the night before and set it in the freezer.
That is true.
People that are in a hurry in the morning.
Yeah. For me, it's a little bit of like a morning ritual. Of course, if it doesn't happen, it's not much of a ritual. So,
well,
yeah.
It used to be in like Japanese cultures, the ceremonial tea,
right.
boiling of the tea and the leaves, and I think there's something really important, whatever your morning or even evening, if it's like a family dinner, that tradition, that's a
right.
big thing of eating, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
By all means, keep it in. I think it sets you up for other really good habits, I would bet, during the day, but have an emergency smoothie in there option. You could be eating, technically it'd be like a popsicle, it'd be like a smoothie popsicle you could be eating on camera right now.
That's funny. When I went camping last, I did that. I bashed a whole bunch of smoothies, froze them, and then just let them thaw, and I would have them in the morning, and it was awesome. I think that what I've thought about doing is like creating like a bag of mulch of all the stuff that's in the smoothie, put that in the freezer, and then just dump it in. But honestly, I'm saving like 5 minutes, so I haven't actually done that. But yeah.
And for some people, that 5 minutes might be the key to the success of their morning, right? Like if they have a bus to catch or kids to get out the door or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, and it puts it too as one less excuse. I think
right.
the more things you can have set up that take that can't factor out, the better.
Right. You know, what I'm going to be trying out next week is Daily Harvest. Have you heard of them?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've used them. Yeah.
So Daily Harvest is one of my friends is the CTO, and so he sent me. I was helping him out with some stuff, so he sent me a whole batch of it to arrive next week. My thing is that I think it's going to be way too sweet for me. My smoothies are they? Yeah, because they're going to make it more like a Jamba Juice type of thing. So I have a feeling I'm going to try one and then gift away the other 8. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. If you haven't looked at them, they send you all the ingredients already like pre-packaged, just like what I was saying in my freezer, except for it's different flavors or whatever. And then you just dump it in, blend, and go. And I think actually you blend it and you put it back into the same cup. So it's literally like a experience at home for, yeah.
1 cup shop, for sure. I'll be anxious to hear. I know you though, I've tasted your smoothie before and I've tasted theirs. Yours is definitely a greener,
healthier. Tastes like it works.
We're not.
Mm-hmm. So we have Wesley Fung saying, "What's up from Cape Town, South Africa?" I think I might have mentioned this last time that I will be in South Africa for 2 weeks, and I'll actually be hanging out at the offices of Over, which is it's a mobile app for like graphic design and social media management. So I'm gonna be hanging out at their offices and working from there. So if there are people in the TRE ecosphere, I'd love to catch up and go for a run. Can you go for? You must be able to go for a run. I have this impression of Cape Town because I hear about like you have to like walk to your car and get the guard to walk to your car. So I don't know what the running is gonna be like when I'm there, but it's so beautiful. I hope I get to put in some miles.
What an incredible trip. That's
yeah.
So since we're talking health, how are you going to stay healthy? That's a really long way to travel.
Right.
How are you going to eat healthy there?
I was thinking about just packing like 4 or 5 of these and then just, you know. In all seriousness, this is a good travel snack. But on the planes, I don't really. It's not really my weak point to eat like a lot of crap food on a plane. But I usually eat the cheese platter if I have to order anything, and then you know, in the airports and whatever. This is a 24-hour flight, so it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. What I'm really wondering is when I'm in Cape Town, although what I hear is that it's super easy to be healthy in Cape Town. Like it's a lot like San Francisco in terms of availability of like produce and availability of like smoothie shops and so on.
So
yeah.
The nutritionist in me says, what about like keeping your immune system healthy and staying hydrated on that long of a flight? So
yeah, you tell me, what should I be doing?
You should be hydrating. So definitely take some kind of hydration product, some water. Make sure that you arrive there kind of hydrated. And then I would definitely do a probiotic. That's
really?
a lot of support. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Start that. If you're not taking one now, I would say like 10 days or so before your flight, and then take it while you're there.
Okay.
Definitely. And then I will send it to you because I feel bad telling you to buy it on your own. It's my magnesium zinc spray that I use to travel with. It's a little rough tasting. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of, but
yeah,
it keeps you healthy. Our good friend Tim Ferriss,
I've heard about that. I think it might have been from him. Yeah, but where do you buy it? I've gone into a shop before asking for it, and they're like, we don't have a magnesium zinc spray.
Amazon. That's
okay.
Where I get it. I'll send you a link. It's super easy.
All right.
And it's a great stocking stuffer as holidays are coming around.
There we go.
Keeps on giving.
Or the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's talking about Dukes. Oh, they're saying they do small batch, the spicy ones are very good, made with serrano peppers. Yeah, I agree. Dukes makes good snacks.
So they're a San Francisco company or Bay Area company?
I'm gonna turn you up just so you can be a little bit louder. They're not a Bay Area company. I believe they're from Detroit.
Oh my gosh. So,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're supporting the resurgence of a great American city.
Dan likes them. He's a Detroit guy.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. They're saying that you're a little quiet.
Okay. If I...
Hold on. Let's see if I can...
My volume is turned all the way up, I think. Yeah.
Let me see if I can change it on my end. Ooh, tech challenges during the call. Okay, now try it. Oh, wait, that's me turning you up.
Does it sound quiet in your ears also, or just to everyone listening?
No, it sounds fine in my ears. I think it's probably okay. Try speaking again.
Let's see.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I just turned it up. Okay. So, Shauna Scott says, I'm looking at their site now, and there's a honey bourbon brisket strip that looks amazing. Has anybody tried the brisket? Shauna, I have not. They have two types. They have the sausages, and then they have the strips, which is like there's pieces of meat, I guess. I have not tried the other ones. It sounds good, although the brisket, I think, has honey in it, and I'm avoiding the whole sugar thing right now. So, that's my...
sodium in there. What are we looking at for that? That's usually pretty high in jerky.
The sodium?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Ooh. 2 links. 300 milligrams.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Really?
I was expecting it to be like closer to 1,000. A lot of jerkies have a significant amount of sodium in them. That's not too bad.
I've eaten 3 of these so far just while we were on the show, so.
Alrighty, well there you go. That's good.
Yeah, but I well, I mean 3 would be, I guess, 450. So yeah, that's not that bad. I've never really worried about salt because I lose an excessive amount of salt when I am running and working out. But it is something I'm going to be doing that the Inside Tracker blood test, which we can talk about that as well. That's what we should be doing. We should be giving one of those Inside Trackers. I should talk to them about that. But I've been wanting to do a blood test because I haven't done one in a while, and we have a new relationship with Inside Tracker. If you are in our training club, you're going to hear me start to say this quite a bit because we're doing more and more of these deals just because it's good for you guys. If you're in our training club, we have a new section where you guys get discounts on the people that we have a relationship with and we like their products, and Inside Tracker is one of those partners. So we're working on a deal with them, or we have a deal with them already. So if you guys want to take advantage of that blood test, feel free. We get no money or anything off of that. That's just for good juju. All right, so you lost Elizabeth's image. I know what happened there. Hold on. You're right. It's because I had to adjust the settings. There we go. She's back. Okay, so guys, first of all, I'm going to give you a few minutes to kind of pipe in with your questions about nutrition. Otherwise, I'm going to take up the whole hour asking Elizabeth my questions, which certainly will end up being over an hour show if I do that. One of my questions, while we're getting started, is around fruit. Like, I'm going on like a less sugar thing. It's not for any specific reason other than to kick my cravings. And one of my other things is like, I allow myself to buy whatever fruit I want I don't like overgorge on it, but like yesterday I had like a thing of raspberries in the evening. Actually, that's what I had. Is I had a grilled cheese sandwich. I was looking for something, and I bought a bunch of raspberries. That was my.
I feel like that is very European, and kind of. Like,
yeah.
Such a classy. I mean.
Yeah.
Meal.
I mean, buying fresh berries is not the cheapest endeavor, so it really is a little bit of an indulgence. But yeah.
So.
Especially right now in October.
And there will be 100 nutritionists, or I shouldn't call them nutritionists, 100 like fad diet, quote unquote, experts that will disagree with me. But fruit is wonderful. You will never hear me tell you to stop eating fruit. Mm-hmm. You are a healthy, of correct weight man exercising. You eat a very balanced diet. Fruit has vitamins and minerals and fiber, and it's the people that say, oh, it digests in your body this way and that way, you don't have diabetes, please keep eating fruit.
Okay, great.
I don't know that you should eat like 6 bananas in one setting, but, there was a banana runner. That's all he ate was bananas. And
is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have not heard that.
Like, all he ate were bananas, and he was fine. I forget what I want to call him the banana runner, but I feel like there's probably a more cool name that he gave himself. Yeah.
So we have our first question or the first question that I've noticed anyhow. Isella says, a pastry with coffee, is there less harm if consumed in the morning or before bedtime?
Well, if we're being nitpicky, I would say have it in the morning.
Yeah.
But in general, it's, at the end of the day, it's how much did you eat that day? If that was the only thing you had to eat all day, it probably wouldn't matter when you had it.
Right.
But if it was after a day, if you kind of went over kind of your energy consumption for the day, that's when it would be a problem.
Okay.
So
okay.
I would have it in the morning, but not because that's crucial.
Yeah, the thing about if you're gonna have something that is like not good for you or something a little sweeter, like do you try to time it and say, okay, I'm gonna have it after my workout or that sort of thing? You do. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I should think about that. Kelly Olson says, I hate to cook, so I find that I eat out way too much. That is a common problem. I was gonna try HelloFresh, who I've heard of before. I can't remember who that is. That any better? Do you know HelloFresh?
I do. I've used.
Okay.
I did a testing of all because I'm a research nerd. I did Blue Apron, HelloFresh,
Sunbasket,
Purple Carrot, Sunbasket. I did all of those, and HelloFresh is great. I think the nice thing about those meals is they're very portion controlled sizes, and you have everything there. They give you the nutrition info on the packet, so you have a good idea. Some of their seasonings, their salt, their seasoned packets have a little high in sodium, but again, as long as you're exercising and kind of being mindful of that, I think it would probably be better than you would get in a restaurant meal a lot of the time anyway.
Right. Whenever I hear people saying I hate to cook, I mean, I enjoy cooking in that I don't enjoy all parts of it, but there are parts of it that I really don't like the meal planning part where I have to be like, okay, this week I'm gonna do, it's not that I don't like it per se. I really don't like folding laundry. That's what I really don't like. But this is like, I'll do it, but I'm not very good at it. And so I've had to slowly kind of been like, okay, on Sundays, I'll plan 2 meals out and say I'll go get stuff from the farmer's market or whatever, and that's as far as I can get. So when I hear Kelly Olson say, hey, I hate to cook, I would love to figure out which part of it you hate to do, and then see if you can kind of not get you to cook, because that may not happen, but see if you can organize your food around that. I'm sure Elizabeth has suggestions.
So I think to your point, I wonder if someone just sent you a shopping list and said, here's the shopping list that goes with the recipes for the week, would that make it easier for you, or would you be more likely to do it, or is it just the fact that you don't like the idea of having to plan what it is you'll have all week?
No, the planning for what I have all week is no problem. I think it is the combination of deciding, okay, I'm gonna have this, and I have these ingredients on hand, and so am I gonna end up with a bunch of stuff in my fridge at the end of the week that I didn't use? that sort of thing. One of the things I really love is there's a book called The Everlasting Meal, and they talk about cooking using the previous meals like remains, and you basically like, oh, I have leftover chicken from this thing, I have leftover salad dressing here, and I have leftover quinoa, and so they talk about how you mix things together and make the new meal. That was actually the thing that got me to start cooking.
Okay, I think that's, first of all, that sounds like I've never heard of that book. We should do a link. I'll look it up.
Yeah, The Everlasting Meal. It turned out after I'd read it and been somebody told me about it. I read the book and then found out that the author is a friend of mine, and she it's what I like is that often I'll go out to eat and then I'll have like leftovers from the meal, and so I'll bring them home and I'll never feel like having those leftovers, but if I use them as ingredients, so let's say that I had Mexican food and then I add an egg and fry it up and have it in the morning for breakfast, like it feels like I'm not just reheating something that was better before.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I did that with my Thai food the other night. Like the Thai curry kind of became a sauce for some scrambled eggs and veggies from the curry paste and whatever. So yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that's a good one. So
Edward says that I have to get him the Inside Tracker discount up on the community site. Okay, good. Edward, I think that message belongs on Slack. But okay, so our Inside Tracker discount is not up on the community site as yet, but it will be soon because I just heard from them this past week. So GDK Mouse says green tea, roasted green tea, normal tea, which is best?
I would go with any tea to begin with. That's great that you're drinking
Sure.
it. So thumbs up for the tea.
Okay.
And I would. Different teas have different benefits, so get a variety in there. I try to, have green tea. I love green tea, so I have it every day. But maybe my second cup of tea is a red tea or a black tea or something like that. And then you want to look for kind of the least processed tea. Organic is nice just because they can mix a lot of chemicals in with tea when they're filtering it or when they're roasting it. So that can help. And then the least amount of processing, the better. And even I don't do it all the time, but like whole leaf tea as opposed to tea bags, some studies have shown that you'll absorb. There's more antioxidants in that, but again, it's a convenience thing. I don't always have my little tea leaf cup thing there, so. Right.
The herbal tea is when there's no actual tea leaves in the tea, right? It's just herbs and flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are they less or more healthy than other teas?
So I think you still get the kind of digestive benefit of helping your GI tract, but not getting, say, some of the antioxidants. And again, you're not getting the caffeine usually in the herbal teas, so that can be a benefit for some people. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we have a couple other questions coming in. R. Buford says, I hate the cleanup part of cooking. I will tell you the trick that I learned about this from a family friend of ours that used to be a short order cook. So he used to be one of those people who's like, at restaurants and cooking lunch. And his whole thing is that he would keep his towel, the wet towel, on his, even at home, he would keep it on his hip, like tucked into his pants. And his whole thing is, I don't clean and then I don't cook and then I clean. I clean as I cook. And it actually is way less, for me, impactful in terms of like, there are always like little bits of time when I'm cooking that I'm like, oh, what should I do next? And so in between cooking stuff, I'm always going back and forth and like washing a dish and putting something away. And I don't get the whole kitchen clean, but it is a hell of a lot less, of a bagunza, big mess after I finish.
Absolutely. Best thing ever. 'Cause I don't enjoy sitting down to eat if my kitchen is in utter chaos.
Right.
So I think cleaning as you go, at least having the majority. And some people that could be like filling the sink with, soapy water and just doing like a rinse and then put some in the soapy water as you're going along. And then when you have that 5 minutes in between, then you can quick do those dishes or whatever. So,
right. We have a bunch of questions coming in. Okay, so Kelly says thank you, great. the prep and I'm bad at it is what she says about she doesn't like about cooking. Yeah, it's just I recommend this new series on Netflix that I just started watching. I wish I had the book with me. It's in the other room, but the book is called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. It's by Samreen Nusrat, who was a chef at Chez Panisse here in the Bay Area, has been in the food scene for a long time. Excellent book. If you don't want to pick up the book, there's a Netflix series of 4 different shows, and she goes through each of the different ones, and she says basically if you could master these 4 elements, even if you're a crappy cook and you're just like, oh, I just need to learn how to apply salt and acid to my food, it is amazing. Great. If you just start thinking, instead of like recipes, just be like, look, does it need salt? Does it need, you know, fat? Does it need acid? Do I need to change the way that I'm heating it up? It's changed the way that I think about cooking. Yeah. It's amazing.
And the Netflix is great.
Oh, you've watched it? Okay, good. I'm 3 of 4 in. Yeah, it's really good. So we have another one. Shauna Scott says on the HelloFresh thing, she noticed that Blue Apron was a little bit high on the calorie count. She's wondering whether any of the meal services stood out as more healthy.
So I really like the purple carrot. They have a lot of plant-based meals. What was the other? Daily. I can't think of it. I'll put a link in. HelloFresh is decent. Yeah, I like that better than most.
Okay.
And I found too that they're a little light in veggies. The HelloFresh ones. So I personally always added like a big plate of steamed greens with it, or I'd add my own bell pepper to the stir fry.
Sure.
So I think for that one in particular, I noticed.
And Jeff Liang asks, how much sodium, and as you ask that, I'm going to have another one of these sausages. How much sodium, on average, should you consume a day for both active and non-active people?
So active, I try to tell people to keep it, like non-active people to keep it around, this is with like not having a health concern or a heart condition. Non-active people, I would say try to keep it below like around 1,500 milligrams. And then active people, depending on how much you're sweating, 2,000 to 3,000, depending on kind of what you're sweating out and how active you are. And again, I'm not like anti-sodium and anti-salt. It's just usually in products that are higher in sodium, there are other processed ingredients in there that you also don't necessarily want. So it's just something to be mindful of. And I always encourage people, add your own salt to your food. So instead of buying the salted versions of things, like look for, if you're going to do canned beans, get the lower sodium beans, rinse them off, and then salt your dish that you're putting them in, if that makes sense.
Right.
So
Rachel Harper says, what is the, I like your point that sometimes when you have a lot of sodium, it usually indicates that there's other stuff in there. That is actually if I think about that seems very true as well. Rachel Harper says, what is the show called? I think you're referring to the Netflix show. It's called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. Look it up. It's on Netflix. Very easy to find. And it's only 4 shows, so you're easy to go. Edward says, Elise Kopecky is all about cleaning while cooking. Elise Kopecky was on our show a number of weeks back. She's the co-author of Run Fast, Eat Slow, and her new book, Run Fast,
Cook Fast.
Cook Fast, Eat Slow, which I've been following, and it has gotten great results. I continue to be impressed with that book. And I keep messaging her every time I cook something and snapping a photo, be like, hey, look, I just made this thing. And then Pedro says, bagoons. Oh, right, because I used a Portuguese word. Sorry about that. Or you're welcome. And let's see. Cytoplast says, my family and I have recently changed to a pseudo-vegetarian diet. Does pseudo-vegetarian mean that you eat meat? I don't know. I'm not a fan of tofu. Yes, me neither. We still eat fish because it's great baked. Is there an awesome protein source outside of beans? Ooh, Elizabeth, this is ripe for you. Right
up my alley. So there are some grains. Amaranth and quinoa have some good protein in them. And hemp seeds, that's kind of my trick.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. 2 tablespoons has, I think, 10 grams, 10 to 12 grams, depending.
Is this hemp hearts or hemp seeds?
Yeah, hemp hearts, hemp seeds, depending on the manufacturer. They call them a different name. And those you can put on anything. I put them.
I use those all the time.
Yeah, I keep them in my purse, and so if I'm out and I get like soup at a restaurant, or I'll sprinkle those in so that I know I'm getting some added omegas. And don't laugh at me.
You keep hemp hearts in your purse?
Oh my god. So hemp hearts, sriracha, like a little packet of sriracha.
You are such a nerd. Wow. Okay, that's great.
I am the person that when that great earthquake in San Francisco happens, and you're going to be looking around for me for 2 reasons. My purse always has food, and my medical training as an EMT. You will be like,
you're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that.
You'll be making fun of my hemp seeds.
No, I mean, I've heard of people. I think is it Hillary Clinton that's famous for carrying around hot sauce in her purse, but the hemp hearts. The hemp hearts are special. Okay, so how about brands for this stuff? How do you choose what brand? Because I was looking up coconut oil this morning because I'm out of coconut oil, and I was like, okay, well, should I change my type of coconut oil? Maybe there's a better type of coconut oil. When you have a question like this, how do you end up resolving it?
I will research the companies. I am a nut for knowing who is making my food. I think if you had to do a general recommendation, and not that I want everyone shopping at Whole Foods because I realize it's expensive, but they have very strict standards, quality standards for non-GMO ingredients, for clean manufacturing, safe manufacturing processes. So I would say that's a start at least.
Sure.
If you don't know, and then like for the hemp, for example, Navitas Naturals, they make a lot of great products.
That's what I get for. That's what I get for coconut oil. Yeah.
Like raw, unprocessed. Bob's Red Mill, for example, that's another company that's pretty much everywhere. That has a lot of grains and flours and flax seeds and those kinds of things. So transparency, kind of like you said with your new snack food, they show you how it's made, where it's made. The company is very open and transparent. That's a good sign.
Right. Okay.
So just do your research, and I'm sure we can write a post on it, maybe on the Run Experience blog.
I actually think I was just thinking we should come up with maybe a Christmas hey, here are 10, 15 items that we enjoy from a food perspective. I would be interested to hear from you guys what your go-tos are, because whenever I find something like these guys or something I'm like, that wasn't part of my diet before, but it's easy to put in, and I like the way it tastes, and it's on the right track of whatever I was doing with my diet at the time, I'm always excited. Cool, I didn't know that. Maybe I'll have a back pocket full of hemp seeds tomorrow when I'm headed out on a Friday night, just in case.
Believe you me, that's a conversation starter. Some people think that there's good pickup lines, but pulling hemp seeds out of your pocket, my God.
It does say a lot. It would. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I would love to hear if you guys want to pipe in, what are your go-tos from a snack perspective? And kind of going back to my initial question, Elizabeth, if you're going to drink, one of the things I noticed when I start going off of sugar is that if you go out and you are going to have an alcoholic drink, there's beer, which has, all the benefits of a lovely beer. But if you're going to have an alcoholic drink, an alcohol-based drink, then it really is, alcohol drinks are almost completely either some version of the alcohol plus some version of sugar and another liquid. And that is every alcoholic cocktail that you've ever seen. And so it is a challenge to find something, if I'm drinking, that is not sugary.
Well, that's where, I would say you're going to have to man up or man down, whatever. It's just drink, tequila straight. You don't
that way, yeah.
You don't get a cocktail so that's one. Or, if you're not going out and drinking all the time, then I would say having a cocktail is all right, or doing the, diet tonic water per se, or not that I carry it in my purse, but many bars will have a mineral water. and
Mm-hmm.
so you do a mineral water with, you know, your alcohol of choice, and then
Sure.
you know, squeeze some lime juice in it or lemon juice,
Yeah.
or you know, whatever they have of the wedge, just to make it tolerable.
Fair enough. What do you think of in terms of snacks? I mean, outside. Oh, I guess keep going on alcohol if you have
Oh, I was
more.
just gonna say, a lot of places now have like the skinny margarita or the skinny cocktail or whatever version, and those are
right.
no sugar, so that's at least a place to look. Again, I
That
think
does seem manly.
It's kind of picking, if you know, if you're gonna go out and drink, have cocktails after work, instead of having 4 regular margaritas, even 4 skinny margaritas is better, and then 2 maybe, you know, have a tequila shot and a skinny margarita. Like, try to balance, you know, just
That's
whatever
6 drinks. What are you suggesting?
Me personally, I'm saying like change, like lower your. God, do you know if I had a drink right now?
4 margaritas to start out with on a Friday, then you go to the shot, and then go back to the skinny margarita afterwards. That is, I think, what I heard you say. That's it. You should come into town. We haven't gone drinking together, but that would be fun.
Count me in. Wild night in San Francisco.
Right.
Oh boy, we're in for it.
So we have a bunch of red wine is the winner, says Robert Anderson. GDK Mouse says tortillas and salsa. That's interesting. So tortilla chips and salsa or tortillas and salsa? Shauna Scott asks, what are go-to foods and foods to avoid when cooking for ourselves and family members who are pre-diabetic and watching their sugar intake?
That's a great question. And surprisingly, as our friends at Inside Tracker will tell you, a lot of athletes are pre-diabetic. They see that a lot, like the higher blood sugar levels. And that could be because of all the processed athlete products we eat, or just, it's, you know, I think there's something they're looking into. So I would say packaged products first would be definitely something, whether it's packaged sauces, those can be high in sugar, packaged pasta sauces, any packaged pasta, grain, some of those I think would be, when you're looking for your family, looking to kind of limit those or avoid those.
Sure.
And foods to include, so ground flaxseed is great for helping with blood sugar regulation, which is easy.
Ground flaxseed. Really? I have that. I'm always wondering, how much do you put in a smoothie? Like, I shake a little bit in, but like you can actually taste it after a while.
Yeah, I would say start with, you know, a tablespoon, or well, maybe start with a teaspoon and then go up to a tablespoon. I will put kind of 1 heaping tablespoon in mine, but that's because I'm used to the taste. And that can go in oatmeal. You know, if you have kids for your family, if you have kids that like oatmeal in the morning, that's a good place to sneak it in. And I think that, especially with a family, that's kind of where the healthy fits come in. So if you're going to be making, if your family likes meatballs, for example, maybe instead of using breadcrumbs, you use quinoa as kind of the binder, and that's a healthier switch, lower in sugar, a little better for you. So finding those little areas that you can make improvements or make swaps, I think would be really beneficial. And then just upping the veggie content will help. And then looking at the snacks and kind of lunches and things that you're putting in there for your family would be another, like, just an area to kind of look at and reevaluate.
Gotcha. Yeah. When you go to Edward Wickham says, chocolate chia pudding is my go-to breakfast. Ooh, interesting. Is it chia seeds plus chocolate milk? That doesn't seem...
Maybe
is that right?
Cacao or chia seeds.
Cacao nibs, right. Cacao nibs are my that was my 2018 discovery after you told me about it for 2 years. So,
someone will listen.
You know what I've been meaning to do actually, Elizabeth, is, so we had the breakfast club, and when we did that, I discovered different flavors of smoothies that I had never really thought about before. And I've been meaning to go back and then, like, because my smoothie tends to be the same thing every morning, which is totally fine with me, but yeah, to have some variance.
So for fall, here's a good fall one for you. Have you ever done canned pumpkin? Have you ever added that to a smoothie? I
have not. Okay, that would be interesting.
After your morning run, that nice healthy kind of carbohydrate, a little, like as little as like a fourth or a third of a cup even,
Okay.
It adds a little thickness, a little vitamin A in there, and then maybe do some either apple pie spice or pumpkin spice you can put in there in your smoothie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be like my pumpkin spice latte of Craig's smoothie.
Don't talk about sugar, man. I think in our weekly tune-up I did a video about that.
Oh, really?
Of my chair when I tried one for the first time to see what all the hype was about. And I thought,
okay.
This is really sweet, or like, this is good. And then this little light bulb went on, and I went, wait a minute, this is too good to be a coffee drink. And their pumpkin has cane sugar in it and evaporated condensed sweet milk. Honestly, I got the small one without whipped cream, and it had 39 grams of sugar.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, is that when it's hard to avoid, like, you go and the thing that we've been trained to have when, like, you're like, oh, this tastes really good. Usually the secret ingredient they're throwing in there is a lot of sugar. So.
If it's too sweet to be true, because I thought, pumpkin isn't sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why everyone loves this pumpkin drink. There's no pumpkin,
right.
Man. No pumpkin whatsoever.
Pumpkin flavor.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we have a couple more questions coming in here. Oh, so Edward Wickham says his chocolate chia pudding is chia seeds, almond milk blended with dates, cocoa powder, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. What is the difference between cocoa powder and cacao nibs, other than the fineness of the powder?
So one is a vegan source, and cacao nibs are not the ground down version, but cocoa and cacao are kind of two different things. Cacao
they are?
Yeah, cacao is a little higher in magnesium also.
Okay. I did not know that cacao and cocoa were different. I thought those were just different ways, like a different way, like a different spelling of the same word. Like I don't know what I thought, but I thought those were the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the same plant?
From the same plant, processed differently.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. All right, gotcha.
Usually cocoa powder sometimes too is sweetened. I'm not saying in all cases, but sometimes.
Gotcha. So we have a question from Coosbusters, and says, how much coffee is healthy? I am the wrong person for this.
As much as you like, within reason. A cup, maybe 2 cups a day, unless you have, hypertension issues. It's rich in antioxidants. It helps with concentration and focus, and so
it makes me feel horrible.
Right. I don't drink coffee, so I'm not there.
I consider myself allergic to coffee at this point because I've never had any appreciable amount and not felt like just awful afterwards. So
and two, I want to make sure the coffee that you're not adding in all the extra crap so I'm talking black coffee.
Gotcha.
That's important. Like, I'm not recommending multiple Starbucks, like, dessert
beverages. I have been horrible at this, and I forgot to tell you that we have a free consultation from Elizabeth, and all you have to do is sign up on the Gleam link below. Of course, if you've been here with us before, you should know that we always have a giveaway. If you haven't signed up, you're probably in luck because there's not that many people and you have a high chance of winning. But we're giving away a nutrition consult one-on-one with Elizabeth, and you can go over, tell people what you do with your consults, like a one-on-one plan.
So I let you pick kind of your biggest area of concern or greatest question, and that can be around daily diet, around meal planning, race fueling, hydration, weight loss, anything that you're kind of, whatever's really on your mind. And I have a little questionnaire that you get where we kind of dig into it a little bit, and then we have a 45-minute chat, face-to-face chat where I give some recommendations, maybe some product ideas, a recipe or two. And then hopefully you send me an email a few weeks later saying you took my very wise sage advice and life is grand.
Awesome. GDK Math, I missed some of the questions here. Said breakfast cereal question. I like this one. What are the best types of cereal to have, and what are the ones to avoid? I'm a fiend for cereal. I cut it out of my diet because once I have it around my house, I'll just keep eating until the box is gone. So now I've replaced it with a smoothie. But if you're going to point in a direction, where would you go?
First of all, I would say the one thing that you change would be portion size of your cereal. So,
oh, God.
With the exception of, you know, like the super sugary super cereals, they're all kind of the same. Where we get into trouble is their serving size is, you know, half a cup or 1 cup, and there's none of us, myself included. Like, my handful is a cup, right? I pour, if I'm going to have a bowl of cereal, I pour that sucker full. So, if the only change you make is you keep your favorite cereal of like Golden Grams or whatever, you're already doing yourself a favor if you if you're mindful of the portion size.
I like to pour milk in, almond milk, and then I eat the cereal, and if there's any more milk, I just keep pouring until there's no more milk left. That's my portion control.
And see, my thing is, that's my, like, I love dry cereal. So if I'm watching a movie or, like, that's my thing, I will have, like, the bowl of dry cereal that I munch on, and I cannot...
What kind of dry cereal?
Oh, gosh. There's what is it? Puffins, I think, make the, like, low sugar gluten one.
Okay, so you're not doing like kids cereal, because if I was gonna go for dry cereal during a movie, it'd be like Smacks or something.
That would be my go-to. If I could have any one, Cinnamon Toast Crunch would be delightful.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But that's
awesome.
Yeah. That's my special occasion cereal.
Awesome, guys. We are right up on the hour, so let's do the drawing from last week. And Jessica, if you're on, pay attention, because you have all of our gooder glasses, which we are going to be drawing right now. Hold on, let me see if I can find this up.
Aren't those the best glasses? I love those glasses.
I love them. I really like them. I feel cool too.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah. People have asked me, oh, cool shades. Where'd you get your glasses?
Yeah. Do you say the run experience? Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we are giving away 3 pairs, and
3 pairs? I would have signed up for that. Man, that's a good...
I know.
3 lucky listeners.
Let's see. Let's go. All right. Morgan McCaffrey, you won a pair of gooder glasses. Terry Stevens, and I don't know this. Hold on. Terry Stevens from Missoula, Montana. Missoula, Montana. I love Missoula. And Tina Kilpatrick, who I recognize your name. Tina Kilpatrick, I'm so glad that you won. From Watertown, New York. Morgan McCaffrey, Terry Stevens, and Tina Kilpatrick. Thank you so much for playing. You guys all get a pair of glasses. If you're listening right now, email Jessica at The Run Experience would be actually the best thing, but with your address. Otherwise, we will email you and then send those out to you. So, congratulations, guys. I'm so sorry I forgot to tell you guys to sign up on the Gleam link, but you should sign up below. If you're watching this and it's not live, you can still sign up, and we'll do the drawing next week, as you know. Elizabeth, thank you so much for signing on and keeping me company. Yeah. Nate is going to be back on Saturday. I might keep his dog because I've gotten quite attached to her. But we'll be back in normal fashion next week, Nate and I. I hope you guys had a good time. I enjoyed getting all my questions answered and answering some of your guys. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your time. Yeah.
I love being here. It was fun.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right, bye, guys.